Hey everyone, in this video we're going to explore this quick little project, transcribe and rewrite with Groq and GPT-4 using Next.js. So this is a Next.js app. You can simply paste something here at the top. This is just for reference. For example, if you just want to read something, then I can press this record button. The analytical engine was a proposed digital mechanical general purpose computer designed by English mathematician and computer pioneer Charles Babbage. And when I stop, I get a transcription of what I've just spoken. I can actually continue from this point and continue transcribing. It was first described in 1837 as a successor to Babbage's difference engine, which was a design for a simpler mechanical calculator. And now we get the second sentence transcribed as well. This is solely optional, just for reference only. And now we can click on rewrite, and then the entire thing will be rewritten for us in a better way. This is defined by the Rewrite API system message. We can use both OpenAI API with this and Groq API. We're going to actually review the code, but the code files for this project will be available at my Patreon. The link will be in the description and also on the pinned comment. So this is an app in which you can transcribe and rewrite your transcription. You can completely specify how you want it rewritten. I can change the system message to that you rewrite transcriptions entirely in emojis only. And then if you come back to here and rewrite the transcription. Okay, actually, I was using Llama 8 billion, then I tried Llama 70 billion from Groq, but it wasn't really following the system message correctly. But I then switched to use OpenAI. And now actually I can transcribe something. Please tell me a quick story. And stop that and rewrite. And as you can see, now the entire thing is transcribed in emojis. Okay, so that's the limitation of small models, but nevertheless, this is set up to use Groq by default and also the Llama 3 8 billion model. This is a pretty cool little project. You can experiment and make it your own. We are not actually using Vercel AI SDK. We are using directly the OpenAI and Groq SDK JavaScript libraries. So let's begin by reviewing the code. So for this project, I just created a Next.js project. And after that, I wanted to create a component, this transcription.tsx, which handles everything that you see. I actually designed this component in MakeReal. It's just a drawing program. It looked like this. And then I gave it to Claude and it created this component, which looked like I can use it. So I grabbed the code here and pasted it. And then I had to actually export default this component. And after which point, I actually came back to page.tsx and deleted the entire default Next.js application. And I imported transcription component from transcription under components folder, which I have created, this folder. Usually I see that this components folder is created outside of app, but I just kept it so I can, in my cursor, refer to this entire folder. But I guess the convention is to keep the components outside of app. But anyway, and then when I display it like this component displays on the page just as well. But I had to change a few things about it, namely, I would like to take a moment to talk about the benefits of becoming a patron. As some of you may know, in the last year and a half, I've spent 3,000 hours, over 300 projects as a patron. You will have access to all the code files so you can get inspiration and iterate quickly. Another benefit is that you'll have access to all my courses. And my most recent and most proud one, the 1000x MasterClass, teaching what I've learned on how to code fast and efficiently. Also the Streamlit course and the Fast API course. In my Patreon, I also have tiers in which you can connect with me one-on-one. Check those out as well. Namely, I added a adjust text area with use effect, so it auto-adjusts. Here's the function that handles that, and then handle recording function, which is going to record the audio using the media recorder, which we are importing here. And then after which time, stop recording. And then send audio to server just makes grabs the audio blob as a form data, and then sends it to the API TTS as a post request. And then handle rewrite calls the API rewrite API. So if we look at under API, we have two routes. One is for rewrite, one is for text-to-speech. So the one button handles sending the audio to TTS route, at which time we can use either OpenAI or Groq. We simply receive the next request form data as audio file, and we log it to console. And then we simply await Groq audio transcriptions using Whisperlage 3. You can add an additional prompt here as well. Otherwise, if this Groq was false, then we call OpenAI log using OpenAI or using Groq. So for information purposes, this will print in your terminal. And now we call OpenAI audio transcriptions. And in this case, we call Whisperlage v3 as well. You can actually use smaller model if you needed absolute speed. So this is the API. So this transcription TSX send audio to server function just makes a fetch call to this API TTS, which we have just seen. And then the next one, handle rewrite, makes a call to API rewrite. And that is very similar. Again, we are using above OpenAI and Groq SDK libraries. And if use Groq is true, then we make a call to Groq. And here's the system message and the user message. The model is default set to Llama 3 8 billion. You can change all this, of course. Otherwise, we call GPT-4o. The same system message and whatnot is the same. And then we return responses with next response.json. And then we use the set transcription or set rewritten text of the events target.value. These are use effect. This is our use state for set rewritten text and set transcription. So we set their value here and display it to the user. So that's pretty much it. But it's not very complicated. As a matter of fact, I got Cloud 3.5, so it's helped quite a lot. So as you can see, you can define your APIs under your app. Since Next.js uses folder-based routing, you have a rewrite route and TTS route. The route.ts is just by name convention by default, and you can use next request and next response to basically receive the request and send it back. So this is about it. Like I said, you can download this from my Patreon, but I'm not sure. So this node modules includes all the package that is necessary. All the packages are listed in the packages.json as well. But this may be too large for me, the zip. I'm not sure. If it is, then I will actually exclude the node modules. So all you have to do is, after unzipping the project, go into TTS and then type in npm I or npm space install, and it will install all the node modules from following packages.json. And now you should be good to go. You can run the app by typing npm run dev, and that should start your server. And then you can click on this localhost. And once the server starts, you should be able to play around with it. Also, your browser may ask for recording permissions, microphone permissions. Make sure you have it enabled. So when I was building this project, I didn't write a single line of code. I actually used the cursor IDE's abilities to actually do quite a lot of stuff for me. And I actually have a 1000x MasterClass in which I have entire projects built with their associated videos showing how I build projects. This should be very helpful if you wanted to become a faster coder. I actually did a poll on this with my patrons, and everybody who has responded and who had tried it said they find it useful. Not a single person said they haven't. So this is available at my Patreon at connoisseur level, and I try to add to it on a regular basis. And if you wanted to learn more about Next.js, I recommend you watch this Project 9. Other than that, thank you for watching, and I hope you found this useful. Take care.